It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll go play action. Howell slings this deep from McLaurin. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They run the jet sweep, Dotson, and he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off play action. It's Howell. Taking a shot for Samuel. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Joey Sly on for the extra point. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with the option, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Seems like a perpetual search for productive receivers for Philadelphia, but they think that Quez Watkins might be a keeper after his 2021. Earned a starting spot for much of the season and put up over 600 yards while averaging 15 per catch. They're giving the former 6th-rounder another opportunity and seeing if those numbers will keep growing.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodgers. Finding room at midfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st down, Hurts. And he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing is Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles 1st. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive.
Get it!
And it's a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads, and you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
They have 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. Pass the 20 for a short gain, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Howell. And Thomas has it. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Howell now to throw it. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And this throw will be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
These two teams all tied after one. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Completes it to Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field? The evaluation. And they spent a lot of time saying, We've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability, and that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Powell, he'll look to throw it. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. And this a 39-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they got the turnover and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick-6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 7 yards there and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And some room to run now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick-6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. William Jackson with a pick. The 40. 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here.